What is going on, everyone? This is Eric coming at you from just outside of Hartford, Connecticut, and today we are going to break down the Gerrit Cole trade, which occurred back on January 13th, 2018. Now, this was a trade between the Houston Astros and the Pittsburgh Pirates that saw Houston acquire starting pitcher Gerrit Cole. So basically, in 2017, the Houston Astros won their franchise's first World Series. They were on top of the baseball world. However, they felt the need to add yet another top-tier starting pitcher to pair with Justin Verlander in order to repeat as champions. So after years of hanging below 500, or around just below 500, the Pittsburgh Pirates decided that they were ready to embrace a rebuild. The two sides would agree to this trade that saw Gerrit Cole head to Houston for 4 other players. So we did discuss this trade as part of the Hunter Pence trade breakdown back in 2020 via Colin Moran, but even when I was recording that video, I mentioned that we were going to eventually look at this trade in and of itself in the future, so we are finally there. So how did this trade work out for the two teams? We're going to start with the Houston Astros, who got starting pitcher Gerrit Cole. Now, Cole made an immediate impact with his new club, as he would record 61 strikeouts in the month of April, which set the franchise record for most strikeouts in the month of April. And his first start in May was a complete game, 16 strikeout, 1 hit performance. So he was clearly ready to go. He ended the season with a very strong 15-5 record, a 2.88 ERA, and a league best 12.4 strikeouts per 9 innings pitched. His first postseason start for the Astros was successful, as he had a 7-inning, 12 strikeout, no walk performance in a win. However, in his lone start in the ALCS against Boston, he did struggle a bit and the team was eliminated. Now, Cole's 2019 season was even better than his 2018 one. He ended the year with an AL leading 2.50 ERA while having a 20-5 record. He also led the majors with 326 strikeouts. Now, he just missed out on winning the Cy Young Award to his teammate Justin Verlander. He did set an MLB record with 11 consecutive games with 10 or more strikeouts. But now we're going to look at his postseason results. He dazzled in the ALDS, pitching 15 2/3 innings while allowing only a single run. In his lone ALCS start, he threw 7 shutout innings. Now, he did lose Game 1 of the World Series, but he did rebound in a second chance, Game 5. All said and done, he did have a 3.86 ERA across those 2 starts. But the team would lose to the Nationals in the World Series. Still, though, he was good, even though he walked after the 2019 season, signing a record deal with the Yankees. They got 2 very good years out of him. He was a 2-time All-Star, he led the majors in strikeouts once, and he led the American League in ERA once. Very good addition for the Houston Astros. Now, what did the Pirates get in return for their ace? So the first player we'll look at is starting pitcher Joe Musgrove. Now, Musgrove would miss the first 2 months of the season, 2018, with a shoulder issue. But he was a solid pitcher upon his return, recording a 6-9 record with a 4.06 ERA across 19 starts. Unfortunately for him, he did regress a little bit in 2019, as his ERA did move up to 4.44, but his record did slightly improve, going to 11-12. He had the worst left-on-base percentage in baseball that year, though, meaning that he struggled when runners were on base. In the shortened 2020 campaign, Musgrove went 1-5, but he did improve his ERA up to 3.86. Now, after 2020, he ended up getting traded. We will discuss this in a future video, just because that Joe Musgrove trade more than deserves its own video, especially since he threw a no-hitter in one of his first starts with his new ball club. So how were the other 3 players that Pittsburgh got? The next one we'll look at is third baseman, first baseman, Colin Moran. Now, Moran was named Pittsburgh's starting third baseman for the 2018 season, and he had a solid year, hitting .277 with 11 homers. He held on to the starting job for the 2019 season, and he had an eerily similar season. He once more would hit .277, but he improved his home run total by a little bit by hitting 13. He found more power, with 10 homers in 52 games, in the shortened 2020 season, but his average did suffer a bit as it dropped to .247. He hit .258 with 10 homers in 2021, although he did battle some injuries throughout the season. Now, after the 2021 season, he was surprisingly DNF'd and he was allowed to become a free agent, so not the best, mostly because Pittsburgh just didn't necessarily need his defense and his lack of power for a corner outfielder or infielder. So they still got 2 more players. The next one we'll look at is relief pitcher Michael Velez. And Velez spent 4 years in Pittsburgh, appearing in 115 games over that span. He had a 5-6 record with a 5.00 ERA before he was waived midway through the 2021 season. Lastly, we have outfielder Jason Martin, and Martin would appear in 27 games over 2 years for Pittsburgh, hitting just at the Mendoza at 200 with 2 stolen bases before he was waived. So all said and done, we'll look at the WAR, and it's pretty clear Houston won this trade with a 12.3 WAR out of Gerrit Cole. Pittsburgh got a 3.2. All of it came from Musgrove, and then everyone else just kind of didn't do all that much. Musgrove and Moran. Of course, this trade is technically still ongoing. Like I said, Joe Musgrove was traded. So we'll have to see in the future who really wins this trade. But I hope you guys enjoyed this. Have a good rest of your day.